Welcome back to episode 14 in my All the Mods 9 to the Sky series. I believe we're going to get into some storage upgrading today. Massive storage upgrading. So what I'm looking at doing is getting into Applied Energistics 2. And we've already gotten the Stardust Dust and the Stardust Quartz crystals. We're getting that from the sieving actions we have going on down there, and slowly it's building up to astronomical levels. So one of the first things we want to do is we're gonna build the Stardust the Quartz wrench, and it's just 5 Stardust Quartz. Bam. And then we're also going to need to be able to press some stuff. So this will also lead us into making the inscriber presses, which is normally you go around finding the stars and getting the inscribers from there, or the presses. Here it wants us to build the charger, which is what you do is you'd put the Stardust Quartz in it, it would charge it, and it'll convert it into charged Stardust Quartz. Go figure, huh? Next we have the inscriber. So this is what we're gonna make right now. So we'll need some iron, copper, and a couple pistons. Nice. Now we have all the sticky pistons that we'll need. 7. Bam. We got 7 of those made. And what would the charger take? Oh, that's pretty straightforward. We'll get it made for the quest reward at least. There we go. Alright, so this is the energy acceptor. This is what we'll do to turn the FE power that we're producing quite a bit of into the applied energistics power. Alright, and this is going to take quartz glass, and that's just quartz powder mixed with glass. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll make a whole stack of it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're going to make 4 stacks of it. And that's it. Bam, we got that. Alright, so what are we going to need to make these? Since we're missing the floor, finding where the meteorites land is going to be a little too hard, so instead we replaced them. Instead of finding an inscriber press, you now craft them with an inscriber. You'll need a skystone dust for crafting them, which we can get from 7 dust. Don't worry, you still use the same as in ATM9. Oh, if it had a floor. Okay. Awesome. So we will look at the inscribers to see here. So we're going to be using the inscriber for the recipe. So skystone dust with Stardust Quartz crystal and an iron plate make the calculation press. Is it going to be the same way? It's going to be the same for all of them. Silicone. Best way to get so is cooking it. There we go. Get that cooking. And it's all turning into silicone. I have this just feeding down in there, as you can see. Alright, so while that's going, we need to make iron plates, which will probably require these. Scriber, iron plate. We can do it with the engineer's hammer, 1-to-1, or we can do the ore hammer. So let's do the engineer's hammer. String, iron, and sticks. And we have some string over here. There we go. Let's make 32 of them. Bam. We got the advancement hammer. That is from the immersive engineering mod pack, which we will be getting into soon, just because I like using their garden cloches for when we get into mystical agriculture. So just a little easier to manage them. It looks like we got fire going on out there. And that right there is why my base burnt down. That flame right there, lava causes it, and it is not fun. I'm just glad it didn't destroy those inventories. Alright, so we have those. So we'll need crystal, diamond, and a piece of gold. Come on, there. Oh, I already have 2 now. There we go. And then lastly, this piece of silicone. The energy acceptor. Bam. Which converts it into something the inscriber can use, though I think the inscriber might be able to use just regular power also. Oh, skystone dust. Oh, okay. There we go. I swear I'm not blind. So not getting power. Oh no, it did work. It just okay. I guess it just wasn't showing me the UI for whatever reason. I swear I didn't see anything happen. Actually, I want to make 3 of these silicone presses, so 1 for each one. And you guys will find out once we get that to that point. Awesome. We have made the advancement unknown technology. Nice. Get this crest reward. From there, we need to work on making some fluid crystals, which will be the backbone for our cabling. And to do this, one of the easiest ways is to throw charged Stardust quartz, nether quartz, and redstone. Basically, this will double it and pass it on. What it'll do is it'll actually combine it in the water and create flux crystals. Nice. Got the achievement, unnatural. There are other ways to do it. Particularly one of the easiest ways I find is once you get into mystical agriculture, you just grow it. It just becomes easy because you can even set up an auto crafter for it. Once we have this, we can crush it down and just mix it with charged soda cores if you're running low in like nether quartz or in redstone like we were at the beginning. Because let's see here. Crusher. No, it's just 1-to-1, so you're not even gaining any more. Okay. We will need a couple more inscribers. I forgot to account for it. I like to have a silicone press, one for every one of these other ones that makes it, so it can make the silicone bases for each one. So we'll need 3 more of these and 3 more of these. I swear I counted this before. I forgot to allow for them to be doubled. There we go, 10 total. Where do I want to set this up at? Alright, I believe we're gonna just set it up down here. There's plenty of openness. I don't come down here, it's out of the way. And I can set up some cables to come down, and I can just send the finished resources up. As a matter of fact, I'll probably send it up over here. Set it up right here. Just because it'd be a little shorter run. And we already have power coming like this direction, so so it should be pretty straightforward on that. So what we're gonna start with is only 4 high in here, so we can do 3, 3, 3. Did I miscount it and build 10? I did. No. Yeah, I did. I did that. Okay, so regardless, we'll have just an extra to chill and do stuff that we want. Alright. Awesome. So this one will be our silicone press. No, it's 5 high in here. Bam. And we'll basically we'll have it feed down into this. This will be where the silicone goes. Do I have any silicone? I do not. Those crushers make a catchy tune, don't they? Alright, let's get this all added here. So there you go, got all those. And I made this configuration tool. If we shift right click with it, it actually locks that storage door and prevents it from being used for anything else. Oop, there it is. So even if we empty it out, it's still gonna be just for that. And so all we have to do is come over here and right click on it and it will fill it up. And that will be feeding into all these. Bam. Slowly but surely. And I'm going to set it up for round robin, meaning it'll share between all of them. Bam, bam, bam. You can then have these sent straight up to another one. And just be silicone presses. Or silicone, I forget what they call them. Alright, so these are going to be slowly making the silicone presses. Should be. Is it not taking the power? I did that. I just forgot to put the presses in it. And that's absolutely what I did. Okay, so it does take, these can take FE power. So they are making printed silicones. And that's going to be fed up there. I'm going to lock that. Awesome. Alright, and that's slowly just producing them and feeding them in there. One, two, three. One is going to be Certus quartz. One's going to be gold, and the other one's going to be diamonds. Let's go ahead and lock these. And lock you. Awesome. Trying to make this as compact as possible. Awesome. And inscribers. Pull the power over. We'll pull it from up there since we goofed it up. Disconnect you. Disconnect you. It probably pushed them over. No, it did not. Good, 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 good. Alrighty, so let's see which one's this. One's the calculation, so I believe it is the pure Certus, or Certus quartz crystal. So it's the top one. Awesome. Engineering, that's the diamond, and then the logic is the gold. Nice. From there, everything gets fed out into 3 more. These ones will probably be set up a little bit different. I have them going across the top up here. Awesome. Alright, just to make sure that these will start making. And we'll also lock them too, just to prevent stuff from going into them. Nice. And they're going to start producing. From there, we can have this fed upwards. We'll have to disconnect you. Alright, so that'll be coming down into that for you. You'll be coming over here to feed into this one. So that's going to feed our silicone into that. Ooh. I'm going to go get one of these smelters and have it feed directly into there. I like that. Bam. We'll get that prepped. I will actually bring you back when I have that and have all these wires, and I'll explain how how it works when I get back. Okay, assuming as I had not done any logically bad setup here, it should all be automated now. With everything coming into its own side, individual sides. So the ones coming into the left side is going to be redstone. And the one going into the tops are the printed circuits, and then coming into the bottom is the silicone. Alright, so I don't want it all just feeding to the nearest inventory first, but I want it to feed to like a round robin, just like everything else. With both of these, round robin, round robin. Awesome. So what those are going to do, they're going to start feeding into over here, and these should be getting power. See, this one's already making them. I just saw it flicker, and I haven't set them to output yet. There we go. So it'll start pulling them out once it makes them. It's needing more redstone. And what it'll do is I got this one feeder line which is going to feed everything that this thing needs in. What I also wanted to do is take these and send them right back into that line so it goes back to the top. These are going to have their own, go into their own chest up there. I like that. So from here, I'm just going to pull out the face of them. They're all locked, so they can't accidentally get something else into them also. Right there. Bam. Alright, let's go up to our medium floor here. Our intermediary floor. Wiring floor, so to say. See, what's above you? Ideally, nothing. So we have to push it over one. And then this will give us an idea where this one sets. Alright, so just to give them the best storage possible in each one. See, this one's already feeding all those up here, so we're getting those up here. And these are going to be the backbone to... How many did it make? Oh yeah, because it fed all the redstone into it. It's going to be the backbone of the Applied Energistics mod pack. Okay, so we have these both set up here. So I have both these cables. It's going to be input, output. Output's already producing, and the only one making right now is calculation processors, only because before I was set the round robin up on that one, it pushed it all to the same one. The nearest is what they always default to. Alright, so let's go ahead and put 512 U in here. We're going to throw like 2 stacks of U, 2 stacks of U. It may not have that one connected just yet. I'll have to go down there and check. See, this is what I said about logically messed up spots. Oh, and gold. We want to throw gold down there. Alright, and we're going to throw more. I want too much. Because, I mean, the storage, the input one for it can hold 2,000. Alright, most likely that redstone chest isn't connected to. Yeah. Because I told that to not connect to each other. Because I had a different wire going there. I had a different pipe. Now it should be going in. Yep, now it's feeding in. It should be feeding all these now, and these are all pushing through now. Nice. So we don't have to make those by hand. They're infuriating. It's better now that they allow you to be able to put stacks of stuff into it. Used to it was just one only. But with being able to do stacks, I can just slowly let this build up, and all I have to do is every so often throw resources in here, which is stuff that we already have. We want to throw 6 stacks of gold in there. It'll take it. Granted, it may not process 6 stacks. We have to make sure we have plenty of redstone. And then we also need to make sure we have plenty of this, because this is going to feed down there too. What's cool is if it's backed up on a resource, we'll find out in that chest because it won't pull it down. So you should be now making them also. Output. Auto eject on. There we go. Forgot to set that up. Nice. We may even turn that into a factory just to make sure everything gets fed. The most we'll be able to ever have stacked up on silicone is about 4,000 plus 3 stacks. And then the stack in here. Yeah, they're slowly filling up. So, I mean, that right there is fast enough. We don't really need to burn more power than we need to yet. I mean, we are making plenty, but if we keep being excess like that, running it at excess, we're going to run out. Oh boy. So I'm glad we got started into that. So that actually completes a couple, or at least a quest for us. That was about processors. These are one of the few blocks, this and the charger, I believe, are one of the few blocks that can be operated inside of Applied Energistics 2 without the AE power. It can use other modpack powers like RF and FE and joules. So our next one of the next quests we want to go ahead and knock out is basic cabling. This is just getting into these glass cables. The purple one, no, this one right here, the Fluix ME cable is just the generic one. It requires 2 Fluix crystals, that's why we had to make those earlier. Then it turns it into 4 of these, or you can wash a color off of one and make it into just a Fluix ME crystal. So we also need to make the quartz fiber, which is Certus quartz dust and glass. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Probably going to be way too many, but we're going to do it anyways. Because why not? No, that's the inverted bus. Quartz fiber. 3 stacks of that. And then we want to make the Fluix ME crystals, or cables. Glass cables. There we go. The Fluix ME glass cable. Make a whole stack of you. We're going to need a bunch of it regardless. Alright, so next, in Applied Energistics 2, every ME network has a certain number of channels available, which simply means how many network devices can fit on a whole network. And that's going to get fun. We're going to go into it. We're going to be using a whole bunch of stuff like storage buses and the P2P channels. That's going to get really big then. That's when we get more into automated. These basic ones can have 8 connected devices over that network cable. We can get into bigger ones, like these dense ones. They can, not those, these dense ones can hold 32. Alrighty, so we are getting closer and closer. We can go ahead and build this. We can afford it. That's the energy cell. I do want to build 8 of these to start off with. We'll need Fluix dust. What can we do to crush that down a little bit faster? Alright, so we're going to be making the energy ones. This will be handy for making a buffer. I'm all about making buffers so stuff will stay running. I need more of you. I do want to just make 8 of these though, because I want to make one dense one, but we also need a calculation press, which we're making and getting quite a bit of. Awesome. Bam. So that completes this quest here. Alrighty, so we can start getting into terminals, so we can start looking into our system. To any of the components of the ME system. Okay, so we need a terminal and a crafting terminal, which we can make both in series. Here's the ME terminal, which we need this one. So we need redstone and glowstone and iron. We have iron here, redstone, glowstone. Oops, nope, I didn't get 2. Alright, here we go. Terminal. So we'll need some annihilation cores and formation cores. Fluix dust and Certus quartz. We'll need more. So we'll need both annihilation and the destruction cores. There they are. Formation cores. One's logic, they're both logic. Okay, so one's quartz and the other is nether quartz. We'll make 16 of both. Sounds like a plan. Alrighty, and then the other one. Got those. And we need some more logic processors. There's the ME terminal, and then we can see what we need to use to craft the crafting terminal, which is a calculation and a crafting table. Nice. And a calculation. Where'd it go? There. Bam. I know I'm kind of just rushing through these pretty quickly. I kind of want to get over here to storage so I can start storing stuff. It'd be nice to be able to get into that. And that's the goal here today, is we're going to get over here. Next, I want to build this ME controller. Engineering, critis. Wow. It'll take an engineering processor, some fluix crystals, and skystone blocks. So the skystone blocks, how do we get that? Alright, let's get this made. We're going to make 20 of these ME controllers, which is a great start for how I want to get it started. Just making a small one. It'll still be compact and it'll still allow us to build a pretty good, decent sized one. Alright, arguably the most important aspect of applied energistics. Absolutely, that's the storage. So we need both the ME chest and the storage drive. What do we need for the drive? Which we should have just about everything already. So we'll need engineering. Shoots! Where'd you come from? Got pods oil pointed. Omnetic iron shovel of grasping. What? Tool has iron effectiveness against all blocks. This item ignores 12% durability. Curious. I might have to come back and trade you for that. So what we want to do is build the ME drive. Get us one of these going. These bad boys. Yeah, I know I got the task. Now I need to build the ME chest. I am missing glass and copper and an ME terminal. Glass, piece of copper. Are we at? Oh no, I was gonna say there's no way we're out of copper. I've processed so much copper. Bam, got that quest knocked out. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. So next we want to get into the actual storage drives, so we can actually store stuff inside these ME storage system. So the chests allow you to store one drive in it, and the drive will actually allow you to be able to put more drives in, or disks. They'll store one disk. So you can access just one disk, and so it's like using a chest in Applied Energistics, whereas this is like using 8 chests inside of Applied Energistics. And they do exponentially get bigger. Quite fast, might I add. So for the next bit, so we're creating our first storage shell, the first kilobyte. So does it need storage cell? I think it just wants us to build the 1K1, which is Certus quartz, redstone, and logic processors. I like doing the 4K or 16K to start off with. I don't like going too big too early because we don't have massive amounts of just one item. but we do have a bunch of small items, and I don't like to spend too many resources early off. 14 to the power of 2, which is 16. Yeah, that's 4 times 4. So we're actually probably going to go ahead and just do the 4K storage units. So we'll do 1K. So we have everything in our inventory except for the logic. So let's get that made. Here's a 1K. Do we have everything for the drive? We'll go ahead and just get that quest knocked out. Gonna give us a housing. Alright, so if we look at the 4K, it takes 3 for each one. And let's go ahead and set this down. It will actually free up some space in our inventory. These can hold 10. And I'd like to fill it up with 4Ks. Can I pull that out? Used to, you'd be able to. Oh, you can still. Sweet. So how I did that is I shift right clicked and basically it pulls the component out of the housing. So next I want to make 10 of these 4Ks. That means I need 30 1Ks. So it'll be 29 more of these. I think this part stacks, which would be handy. So what are we lacking? Redstone and Certus. There's all 29. So next we want to make the 4K, which is just 10 of them. We'll need 10 calculation and 10 quartz glass. Do we have quartz glass? We have plenty of quartz glass on us. And I did say calculation, right? Yes. 10. Alrighty. Where'd it go? There you are. Redstone again. Good thing we got 52,000 redstone. Holy cow, I just realized that. And then we can make... They changed the colors on me. Nice, so now we have drives in there. It's not powered on, so it won't be lit up. Alright, so we don't need skystone blocks right now. I've been throwing some excess stuff in there. Silicon, I don't think we need that at the moment. Either the glass. Let's see here. Nice. Alrighty. We'll just do a controller just for giggles, because these things are lit up. They're kind of fun. And then some power, a cable coming off of it. There we go. And crafting terminal. I have 9 slots, good. But it takes 10. Alright. Get you set up there. Nice. See how they're all lit up green now? They're getting power. So basically we're turning FE into AE, which is being pushed in here. We could, need to set up the dense energy cell. And we can start throwing stuff into our AE system now. And as we can see, it's starting to be used. So blue stands for it's got stuff in it. If it's green, it's not got stuff in it. I guess so. If it's blue, that means it's got stuff, and it's doing good on both storage amount and the types of items. So this will just make crafting a little faster, because we can craft something. Let's say we want to make another one of these ME systems. So we'll craft that. We'll click it to craft it, and it'll throw it right here. And if we have it, it throws it in there. If it doesn't, it'll just be missing that from the inventory. But you can also see from this, it's now yellow instead of completely grayed out and not being able to click it. So let's go ahead and throw like a stack of each of these in there. I'm not gonna craft these right now, but all right. So I have thrown a bunch of the. I've thrown those two chests in there. I'll probably throw the wood stuff and work on just like sorting out some more of this stuff, and to go into the system. Whew. And I've thrown quite a bit in there, so we can see we're starting to get quite the item in there, and we can search for it. We can sort it by item names, numbers of items, mod types, and we can see we'll do craftable stuff later. That's when we get into auto crafting, which will be fantastic. So we can click something, hey, craft that for me, and it'll make it for us. And as we can see, we're actually starting to fill up the drives. We're not got them full yet. Definitely hit number of items on the top two, and it turned them orange, letting us know that they have as many items as they can hold, but there's still storage left in them. It's like a visual cue. All right, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It got us, we dove head first into the Applied Energistics mod pack, and it was quite fun. I love this mod pack. It's a lot. It makes things so much more convenient than just having chests everywhere. Because I am bad about putting something somewhere and completely forgetting about it. That's why I have to store stuff in its own chest. If not, it might as well be lost in the void. If anything, I hope you guys learned something cool on this episode. As far as like the automation down there of creating it, that was kind of fun. Doing that, I love doing that part in Applied Energistics. It's just fun. It's the whole starting in it. And he thinks he's hiding back there, that wandering trader. I can see him. I see your little bubbles. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.